Hey, it's me, TB, and today I'm going to be doing the End of the Decade book tag. I was tagged by the creator, the Villain's Quest, and I will link the original video in the description below. So basically this tag is all about the end of the decade and your favorites from the end of the decade. That's basically all you really need to know about it. So let's go. So question 1 is your favorite book or series of the decade. And fuck. I think for me, my favorite book of the decade was The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I read this maybe 2 years ago, I think. I just really liked it. I feel like it does a pretty good job of showing how depression makes you feel and act in the day-to-day life. The back's kind of sad, but it is a pretty good show of what the book is about. I felt very still and very empty, the way the eye of a tornado must feel, moving dully along in the middle of the surrounding hullabaloo. Yeah. Basically this book is about a girl named Esther who, I think the beginning of the book starts off, she's in New York for some internship program because she wants to follow her dreams of doing something, and then she just doesn't feel happy there, even though she should be happy because it's her big break, but it's just not. She's miserable the entire time. She doesn't want to go out and party. She doesn't do anything really. She moves back home. She still doesn't feel happy at all. I think she attempts suicide at some point, maybe. And basically, it's just kind of a book all about depression. I really guess is the best way to show it. I think this is the only novel Sylvia Plath ever wrote, and it's really fucking good. It is, at least 50 years old, but I think that it holds up well enough. It doesn't read very old either, so yeah. So question 2. A book that has impacted your reading the most. Oh fuck. Shit. Don't have a physical copy of it. Well, I do, but it's holding up my phone, so the book that had the most impact on me this decade was A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. I just recently reread it, so it's still fresh on my mind. But I originally read it my junior or senior year of high school for fun because I'm that kind of loser. Basically, I guess that it had an impact on me because I guess it just showed me that old books can have an impact and they can be good. You have to wait for the build up to stop building up, and eventually they do become good. It's just the first half of A Tale of Two Cities is just very slow, and you just need to wait for it to pay off. And yeah, I'd say that has the most impact on me. Question 3 is the book that you recommend the most, and I know I'm gonna pick for this because I recommend it at least all the fucking time, and it's We by Yevgeny Zamyatin. I read this for my science fiction class, I think last semester, so spring 2019. I really fucking liked it. It's not that long, it's 200 pages almost exactly. It's basically an early dystopia from 1919, so it has to do with Russian politics at the time, kind of. And I just really fucking like it. Basically, this book is about, I should probably say this first, everyone in this book doesn't have names, they have IDs, I guess. It's a letter followed by a series of numbers, but everyone has their own specific letter in this book, so you don't really get confused about names. Just remember the letters and you're fine. It's about this guy who is assigned to work on this rocket, and he's charged with writing the stuff that will be sent with it. So it's basically chronicling a diary to inspire the people that are going to be seeing it, because this country called One State is trying to send a rocket to another planet so they can colonize it, basically. So they want to send writing so they can show we know what's best for the government because we have experienced this and we know that our government is the best, basically. So he's writing for that purpose, but eventually it becomes his own diary of sorts. There are a lot of feelings and stuff, and that gets intense. And for 1919, I will say that there's one character that might be a racist stereotype. I'm not sure if it would be counted, but he's not seen as racist. He's not seen as inferior in the society. He's just our main character that sees him as inferior, and it's just I don't know if I can say that because it's more of a jealousy thing. I'm not sure if it's I don't know if it's just him being a piece of shit or not, but I don't know. I should probably mention that, just in general. When it comes to female representation, there is one badass female in this book, which is more than we can say about 1984. But anyway, whatever. And so yeah, I just really like this book. It's really good. And if you want to read something from like Russia, well then here you go. 4. The prettiest book of the decade. Oh fuck. So for prettiest book, I think I'm gonna go with The Rise of Kyoshi by F.C.E. This takes place in the Avatar universe, like after the Last Airbender, Legend of Korra. That universe follows Avatar Kyoshi. This is like her early life, so like before she becomes the Avatar, and like a little bit after she discovers that she's the Avatar, but like still like there's gonna be like a sequel coming out for this, so not like her full life, but like a solid chunk of it. And yeah, I don't want like to say anything else that's spoiling it because it's really fucking good. And I think I read this in like July or August for readathon, and I really fucking liked it. Like it was way better than I was thinking. Like way better. So yeah, and that's what it looks like without the cover on. So next question is your favorite author of the decade, and for me, I think my answer is Octavia E. Butler. I only read 2 of her books so far, and I read them both this year. They're both so fucking good. So I read Parable of the Sower for my science fiction class, and I read Kindred just by myself for fun. I like them both, I think, pretty equally. Like if you want more character, if you want like more characters, I feel like you want this. If you want like a more like story heavy, you would want Kindred. Basically, Octavia Butler is a black science fiction writer from like the 80s. I think her last book is like released in 2007, I think. And she has like at least 10 or more books. I only read these 2. Sower has a sequel, and I'm scared to read it because I'm like I like the characters too much. I don't want to see any of them die. So you see the problem. It's very evident now. I should like read more stuff by her, and there's like this publishing company in like the UK, I think they're like releasing, I think like this edition than like other editions like that look it's like in the same aesthetic. I just want them all, so I'm waiting to see if like they release the rest of her books in like a cover like this or not before like buy any other ones, because I like this aesthetic and it looks very nice to me. So question 6 is a book that you want to read before the end of the decade, and for that it's Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. And explain what this is about. Basically, it's like some chick named Alina is like actually like some magical goddess or some shit. She's like save the world. It's like book 1 in her series of her life, and it's like a trilogy, but it's like a weak trilogy in the universe. So we're gonna see how it goes. Basically, I'm reading this for a group read along in the group chat that I'm in on Twitter. So yeah, I need to get this before December ends, and it ends in like 20-ish days. So I should be able to knock it out, hopefully. So question 7 is a genre you want to read more of. I think for me, I want to read more like mystery novels, like Agatha Christie novels, I guess, because I read one of her books, and like at first I DNF'd it, then I read it, tried it again this year. I really fucking liked it, so I want to read more by her. Just like genuinely, I want to read more mysteries. So yeah, I don't think I've read many other mysteries besides like that one Agatha Christie book. So it's very obvious I should probably get to reading more of it at some point, yeah? Question 8, your reading plans for the end of the decade. Okay, for me, it's like a month, so I'm gonna say just finish Reindeer Readathon, which I have my TBR for that on my channel, and I just want to fucking get to that, and I want to read all the books I need to read for it and be done, and yeah, that's about it. That's all I really have planned. Well, like that and Shadow and Bone, but besides that, I have like no other reading plans really, so yeah. Question 9, reading plans for the new decade. Basically, read all the books I own and don't stop reading again because school gets intense. I need to read during school too, so I can like keep up with the books that I have, because like I bet have like when school gets really hard, I just like stop reading for a while. Like it gets really hard for me to like pick a book up again, so I need to like keep reading during school so I can like stay on top of my game, you know? I guess that's my thing I'm trying to do better in the new decade. Well, hopefully, anyway. So, question 10. The habit that you're leaving behind in the 2010s. I mean, reading-wise. Okay, for me, I think the habit that I'm trying to leave behind in the 2010s is to, like, stop being scared of, like, big books. Like, I'm not scared of, like, this because it's, like, a bind of like 3 books, so it's not as scary to me. But, like, I have it on my shelves. I don't have one near me. But like, you know, just looking at books like really fucking big. Like it's really intimidating. So I want to get over my fear of those because they're not scary. They're just like really long. But most of the time they pay off, I think. You know, fingers crossed. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about like these books. But these aren't long because they're all in like verse poetry. And so like they're not that long at all. Like I've read these books in like a day. So they're not that long at all. Even like this one is like over 600 pages. But like you could read this in like a day or two and you would be done with it. Because it's like written in like a poetry format. Do you have like stories to them? Like plot stories, I guess. They're written in verse from like the characters' perspectives, so it doesn't feel as long as it actually is. So yeah, that is the end of the year, end of the decade tag. Oops, my dumb ass. But yeah, if you want to do this tag, just say I tagged you. There you go. I just solved all of your problems for the next like week or two. You're welcome. So yeah, thank you for watching, and subscribe if you haven't.